everyone. So in this video, I will take the remaining questions of exercise 2.4. In the last video, I have discussed question number 1 to question number 5. So in this video, I will take question number 6 to question number 10. So let's begin with it. The first question of this video and question number 6 of exercise 2.4 is, there is a narrow rectangular plot reserved for a school in Mahudi village. The length and breadth of plot are in the ratio 11:4. Again children, here you have got ratio. So the first step will be, let the factor of ratio be x. Okay. So in this picture, as you can see, I have assumed a rectangular plot. Okay. So the length, dimension of length will be according to ratio 11x. And dimension of breadth will be 4x. Okay. As the plot is in rectangular shape, so the opposite sides of the rectangular plot will be equal to each other. Now, at the rate of rupees 100 per meter, it will cost the village panchayat rupees 75,000 to fence the plot. Now, the village panchayat has planned to fence the plot. Like this. Here you can see the fencing around the plot. Okay. So the cost of this fencing is 100 rupee per meter. Okay. And it will cost, the total cost is also given to us, that is 75,000. So what are the dimensions of the plot? Means we have to calculate length and breadth of the rectangular plot when we are given the total cost of fencing. Okay. So the first thing, it should be clear in your mind that when the cost of fencing is given, fencing will be done around the perimeter of the rectangular plot. So this is the hidden hint in the question, that we have to calculate the perimeter of rectangular plot. Through that perimeter, we will find the dimensions of the plot. Okay. So let the factor of ratio be x, length will be 11x, breadth will be 4x. The perimeter of rectangular field 2 into length plus breadth. Put the value, you will get the perimeter as 30x. Okay. Now, the rate of fencing the plot is rupees 100 per meter. So, what would be the cost of fencing for 30x meter? Obviously, we will multiply 30x by 100. It will give us 3000x. Okay. And according to question, the total cost beared by the village panchayat is also given to us, that is 75,000. So we will equate these two values. So we will get 3000x equals to 75,000, and through this equation the value of x will be 25. Okay. Now this x is the factor of ratio. So the length of rectangular field will be 11x. 11 into 25, put the value of x in length and breadth, then we will get length as 275 meter, and similarly we will get breadth of rectangular field or rectangular plot as 100 meter. Okay. Now move to question number 7. In this question, there is a boy named Hassan who buys two kinds of cloth material for school uniform. Okay. Shirt material and trouser material. The cost of shirt material is 50 rupee per meter and the cost of trouser material is 90 rupee per meter. Okay. Now, for every 3 meters of the shirt material he buys, 2 meters of the trouser material. Means when he buys 3 meter material of shirt, then he buys 2 meters of trouser material. So this is a relation which is given to us between the materials of shirt and trouser. Okay. So we will start with, I will skip these 2 lines now. So I will explain up to here. So let he buys x meter of trouser material. Okay. Because both the quantities are unknown to us. We don't know the amount of shirt material and we don't know the amount of trousers material. Okay. So we will first take the unknown quantity as trousers material. So let he buys X meter of trouser material. Okay. So for 2 meter of trouser material, according to question, it is given us. Okay. For 2 meter of trouser material, he buys 3 meter of shirt material. Okay. So this forms a relation. Now, for 1 meter of trouser material, he will buy 3/2 shirt material. This 2 will be in the denominator. Okay. Now, for X meter of trouser material, because we have started our expression with let he buys X meter of trouser material. So how you will calculate for X meter of trouser material, what will be the amount of shirts material? So it will be 3/2 into X. Okay. So now we have got a relation that if Hassan buys X meter material for trouser, then he would buy 3x/2 meter material for shirt. Okay. Now, in the next part, he sells the material at 12% and 10% profit respectively. Okay. It means he gets a profit of 12% on selling shirt material and 10% profit on selling trouser material. So, his total sale is 36,600, and how much trouser material did he buy? Means we have to calculate the value of total trouser material. Okay. So this thing was important, children. So now we have got a relation between X meter and 3x/2 meter. Means the relationship between trouser material and shirt material. So the cost of X meter trouser material will be X into 90, because it is given in the question that the cost of trouser material is 90 rupees per meter. So if he buys X meter of trouser material, so how much amount he has to pay for trouser material? X into 90 means rupees 90x. Similarly, we will calculate the cost of 3x/2 meter of shirt material. So it will be 3x/2. The cost of shirt material for 1 meter is 50 rupees. So for 3x/2 meter, it will be 3x/2 into 50. It will give you 75x. Okay. Now, in the next part, he gets a profit of 12% and 10% on shirt material and trouser material respectively. So profit on trouser material is what? 10%. So 10% of 90x. Okay. So how we will calculate the amount of profit? 10%, 10 upon 100. Whenever percent is related to any number, it means 100, the number is being divided by 100. So we will replace 10% by 10 into 100. Sorry, 10 upon 100 and into 90x. So it will give you 9x. So 9x is the amount of profit. Okay. Now, the total selling price, SP stands for selling price. So selling price of trouser material will be cost price 90x plus profit. So it will give us 99x. Clear? Now, move to shirt material. So on shirt material, he gets a profit of 12%. Now 12% of cost price. What is the cost price of shirt material? 75x. So similarly, we will calculate the amount of profit on it. So 12/100 into 75x. It will give you again 9x. So the total selling price of shirt material will be cost price plus profit. So 75x plus 9x equals to 84x. Okay. Now, the total selling price of both the materials. We will add equation 1 and equation 2. It will give us rupees 183x. And the total selling price according to question is already given to us. The total selling price is 183x equals to 36,600 rupees. So equate these two equations and you will get the value of x as 200. Okay, so now you have clearly got your answer that Hassan bought trouser material of 200 meters. Okay, and if you want to calculate the shirt material, how you can calculate? The value of shirt material is 3x by 2. Put the value of x here. It will give you 300 meters. Okay. Now, question number 8. Half of the herd of deer are grazing. Herd of deer means a group of deer. Okay. Half of the herd of deer are grazing in the field. So, we don't know the total number of deer in the herd. So, what will be the first step? Let the total number of deer in the herd be x. And half of the herd of deer are grazing. So, what would be the half value of x? Obviously, x by 2 means x by 2 deer are grazing in the field. Okay. Next line is, and 3/4 of the remaining. Okay. So, if half of the deer are grazing in the field, what will be the number of deer remaining? X minus x by 2. Again, we will get half means x by 2. So, x by 2 deer are remaining. Okay. Now, 3/4 of the remaining. So, what is remaining? X by 2. Calculate 3/4 of x by 2. So, it will give you 3x by 8. 3x by 8 number of deer are playing. And the rest 9 are drinking water from the pond. Okay. Now, I have total number of deer in the herd as x. X by 2 are grazing. 3x by 8 are playing. Can I calculate the remaining number of deer? How? Rest number of deer can be calculated as total number of deer minus number of deer grazing and number of deer playing. So, it will give me x by 8. And clearly in the question, I have given a number that rest 9 are drinking water. It means rest x by 8 is equal to 9. Yes or no? Okay. So, x by 8 or 9 deer are drinking water. And what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the total number of deer in the herd. So, this is our required equation. Okay. So, clearly according to question, x by 8 equals to 9. So, on cross multiplication, we will get value of x as 72. So, there are total 72 deer in the herd. I hope this pictorial representation is going to help you out to understand the question. Now move to question number 9. Again, this question is based on age. Okay. A grandfather is 10 times older than his granddaughter. He is also 54 years older than her. Find their present age. Okay. So the first step we will start with, let the age of granddaughter be x years. Okay. Now we have grandfather who is 10 times older than the granddaughter. Grandfather. So he is 10 times older. Means the present age of the granddaughter is x years and the present age of grandfather is 10x. Now, again a relation is given to us, that is he is also 54 years older than her. Hence what we will do of this 54? This 54 will be added to the present age of the granddaughter. So, present age again 10x. So, it is equal to present age of granddaughter plus 54. So, this is our required equation now. According to question, this is the required equation. Transpose x to LHS. It will give you 9x equals to 54, and on solving you will get the value of x as 6. So the age of granddaughter is 6 years and present age of grandfather is 10x. So put the value of x here. 10 into 6, it will give you 16. Okay. So children, in these type of age based question, you have to dig out for the relationship which are given in the question. Okay. Now let's move to last question of this exercise. Again, this question is based on age. Aman's age is 3 times his son's age. So the first step, let the age of Aman's son be X years. Okay? And Aman, he is 3 times his son's age. So what would be the age of Aman? 3x. Again a relation is given. 10 years ago means 10 years ago he was 5 times his son's age. Now here you have to remember this thing, that when we'll write the equation for 10 years ago, we have to write the equation for Aman as well as for his sons. So 10 years ago the age of Aman will be 3x minus 10. Yes, and it was 5 times 5 into age of his son. So what would be the age of his son 10 years ago? X minus 10, because X is the present age of son. So 10 years ago his age was X minus 10. So this is the required equation. Now we will solve it. So open the bracket, we will get 5x minus 50. Transpose 5x to LHS and minus 10 to RHS. You will get minus 2x equals to minus 40. As we have minus on both the sides of equal to sign, so minus and minus will get cancelled out. So the value of x will be 40 by 2. It means x equals to 20. So the present age of Aman's son is 20 years and the present age of Aman will be 3x equals to 3 into 20. It will give you 60 years. Okay. So I hope children these 5 questions will be clear to you. Okay. And the trick which I would like to give you, always look for the hidden meaning. Always try to form relationship, whatever the relations you are given in the question. Okay, and practice a lot. Thank you.